Hey guys, and welcome to day 8 of our dumbbell challenge. Today we are going to focus on our upper body. We're going to do things a little bit differently today. A couple of exercises we're going to run through once, others we're going to run through our regular 3 times. We've got about 40 seconds worth of work followed by 20 seconds worth of rest. So if you've got your dumbbells, go ahead and grab them. And if you've got a bench, grab that too. But as always, we can do every single one of these exercises on the floor. All right, so let's get started. All right, let's take a deep breath in. And again. All right, now squat it down and breathe deep. Take that right shoulder and roll it back. And switch it over. Take both and roll them forward. Let's take our hands, put them down by our side, and reach and rise. Reach and rise. Switch it over to the other side. Bring those hands up and let's go side to side. All right, let's go opposite elbow to opposite knee. All right, from here, let's hinge at the hips, fold forward, squat it down, bring our hands up and rise. Let's do it again. One more time, just like that. All right, let's go side to side. And over. Take those arms out in front, let's crisscross. And just for fun, let's give it our 4-star punch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again. All right, if you're ready, come on down. Let's join ourselves on the floor. We are going into a standard crunch. Lower back is on the floor. Our hands are by our head or above here. Wherever you're comfortable, just make sure that you are not using your hands to lift you. Lifting those shoulders up off the ground. And crunch. Finding a spot directly between the legs that is comfortable is where you need to be. Make sure you're just lifting your shoulders and not your entire back. It's a crunch and not a sit-up, guys. And breathe. All right, when you're ready, let's get up. Grab your weights. All right, we're going to start with a bent over row on the right side and then on the left. So knees are soft and bent, hinging at the hips. Bring that right arm up and row. Pull it back and lead with those elbows. Want to make sure your chest is nice and lifted and you're looking straight ahead. You are definitely not looking at the ground for this. Breathing in and exhaling out. One more. Awesome, release and rise. Let's take our active rest before we switch over to our left-hand side. All right, soft bend in our knees again. Take a check as to where our feet are. We are hinging at the waist, and we are going to rise. Lead with that elbow. Pulling it back. Make sure you're holding your core nice and tight, guys, and engaging it. Pull up. One more. Release and rise. Let's take our active rest, whether we're moving our feet back and forth, or if we're flushing out those arms, moving those shoulders up and down. It is completely up to you. All right, we're going to take a check as to where we need to be. We're going to hinge at the waist, and we're going to go back to our right hand side. So if you're ready, come on down. Here we go. Pull it back and release. Make sure you're keeping that soft bend in your knees, you guys. Definitely don't want them to be stiff and locking up. Last time, pull it up, release, and rise. Whew. Whew. All right, let's hinge at the waist. Get ready into position before we start again. Down we come. Grab that weight and lead with those elbows. Ready? Here we go. Remember, you don't always have to go at my pace. Go at what pace is good for you and your body. All right, these 40 seconds worth of work are yours to do what you need to do in it. All right, one more, pull it back, release, and rise. All right, we're gonna go back in and finish it off. One more set on the right, one more on the left. All right, ready? Here we go. Lead with that elbow. Make sure you're not swinging your weights. They're slow and controlled, and you're pulling it back and releasing it. As we go through and we get a little bit more tired, we definitely have a tendency to not pay attention to our proper form, so make sure you're keeping in check all the time. Last one, pull it back, release, and rise. All right, into our left side for our last one before we move on to our next move. So as we do this, let's make sure we're doing it with intention. So hinging at the waist, weights in front, pulling it back with your elbow. Ready? Here you go. Oh, arms are definitely feeling fatigued. All right, you got about 10 seconds left, guys. Last one, and rise. All right, so as we take our rest, come to a seated position if you have a bench. If you don't, you still can remain standing. Just make sure that you have a soft bend in your knees and your chest is nice and high. We're gonna get into some alternating bicep curls. So weights are down by our side. We're going to curl and twist as you come up. Alternating back and forth, guys. Our elbows are in nice and tight to our body. We are not swinging those weights by any means. We are paying attention to how the arm is moving. Breathe. All right, we are going to do that 2 more times. So again, this can be done completed standing up. It is definitely an option. I find it a little easier sitting on the bench to remain in control of the weights. So elbows are in nice and tight, weight are down by our sides. Here we go. Curl it all the way up, all the way down. Definitely not letting those weights swing, but controlling it all the way until the bottom move is completed. All right, we've got about 12 seconds left. How many can we squeeze in there, making sure we're doing it the right way? Last one, lift it up, bring it down, and relax. All right, double check where my feet are, making sure I'm in a good position. Weights are down by our side, elbows are in tight, chest is lifted, core is engaged throughout this whole time. All right, lifting it up, releasing it, and twisting it back down. Breathe, guys. Time for one more on each side. Bring it up and down. Awesome job. As we take our rest, we're going to come in and I'm going to explain our next move. Our next move is a static bent over row hold. So soft bend in the knees. Weights are in front of us. We are going to lead with our elbows. We're going to pull them all the way up nice and high, and we're going to hold it for the full 40 seconds. Making sure our chest is lifted through this whole thing, you guys. Knees are nice and soft and bent. Definitely don't want to lock that leg. Locking that leg is going to cause a little bit of injury. Holding it, you've got about 10 seconds left. Keep going. And you guys know I always tell you that you know that if your arms are fatigued, you are using the correct amount of weight. Release and rise. All right, coming back to a seated position again if you have a bench. If you don't have a bench, it's perfectly fine. You can do it standing. Make sure your knees are soft, your core is nice and tight, and we're gonna alternate on some hammer curls. All right, deep breath in. Here we go. Up and down. No rotation this time. It's straight up and down. All right, you got about 10 seconds left, guys. Keep going. Breathe and relax. All right, we're gonna repeat that one 2 more times, okay? So make sure if you are sitting on a bench, you are sitting on the very edge of your bench. All right. You don't want to be sitting all the way back because you want to engage your core a little bit. So moving our bums all the way forward to the bench is going to achieve that. So ready, curl it up and down. Up and down. Make sure you're breathing in and out as you do this, guys. One more on each side, and then our timer is going to stop. Whew. All right. Flushing those arms out if you need to. If you need to adjust your weights, you can definitely do that in between. But if you can make it all the way through, I encourage you guys to do that too. All right, last set. Here we go. All the way up and all the way down. Oh, my arms are feeling a little like jelly right about now. All right, one more each side. All right, let's take our rest. All right, coming up for our next move, we are going to work on the right and then the left, and you're going to bend over and bring it to a single arm out row. All right, ready? Here we go. Up, make sure you're leading with that elbow. My knees are nice and soft, guys. They're definitely not locked up. Make sure yours aren't either. So instead of pulling our arms back like we did in our first row, we're moving them out to the side. And relax. All right, we're gonna move on over to our left side now. The weight in our right hand is staying completely still. All right, make sure you're leading with that elbow again, guys, and your chest is lifted nice and high, and you're looking straight ahead. Definitely don't be looking down at the ground. Here we go. Halfway, guys, we got about 20 seconds left. Time for one more. Squeeze it in and rise on up. All right, we're gonna go back and do our right hand side. So again, making sure our back is nice and flat. Our knees are soft. We're avoiding injury as best we can. Ready? Ooh. Here we go. Awesome job. Keep going, guys. I know as we plow our way through this workout, our arms are getting more and more tired. But it's okay. I hear because it's day 8 and you're feeling great. Last one, pull it up and rise. All right, we're gonna go over to our left side when our timer tells us. All right, soft knees, hinging. Here we go. Ready, and up. We've got about 25 seconds left, guys. Keep pushing through, keep pushing through. Ten seconds. All right, time for one more. Pull it up and release. All right, we're gonna go back through and do one more on either side before we move on. Here we go. Breathe up and down. Make sure you're leading with that elbow and pulling it all the way out to the side. Ten seconds left on this side before we move over to our left and finish this move off. Ooh, that was a mouthful. And rise. All right. Here we go. Last time through. Leading with your elbow. Bring it up and down. Halfway, guys. A little more than halfway. We've got 15 seconds left. Pull it up, release. All right. Take your rest, keeping your weights close by. Let's come on down to the ground. All right, hands are flat on the ground, feet are flat on the ground. Alternate, lifting to opposite arm to opposite leg. Engaging that core, guys. You've got about 10 seconds left. All right, let's breathe. All right, go ahead and grab your weight. We are going to do a weighted crunch. So make sure you're looking directly between your legs as you come up. And again, just your shoulders are coming up off the ground, okay guys? Ready? Here we go.
You always make me blush so hard. My parents always stay on guard. I drop my cool when you're around. You are the hottest boy in town. I'm dreaming of a kiss from you and hoping it will all be true. But this is my imagination and it's really me. I'm a girl in love.
All right, you guys, got time for one more. Push it up. Awesome. Take that weight, set it back down. We are going back to those alternating legs. So this time through, if you are looking for a little bit more of a challenge, feel free to bring both legs up at the exact same time. If not, go ahead and stick with alternating your legs. So, hands up, ready? Here we go. Oh, less than 10 seconds left, guys. Time for one more each side. Awesome job. Woo. All right, go ahead and grab your weight. We're gonna go back to that seated crunch. I'm sorry, that weighted crunch, not seated. Yeah. All right, weight above your chest. Bending your knees, lifting your shoulders up off the ground. Are you ready? Here we go. Last one. Awesome job. Set that weight down. Whew. All right. When you've caught your breath, let's go through for our last one. All right. Legs are straight. Arms are up. You are either going one leg or alternating legs. Completely up to you guys. Ready? Here we go. All right, one more each side, guys. And relax. All right, and when you're ready, come on up. My hair's all falling out after all of that, eh? Whew. Anybody else's abs on fire? Or is it just mine? All right, let's keep moving those legs. And let's give a good solid stretch. So we're going to place our hands down by our sides. Our feet are wider than shoulder width. You're going to lean. When you've got that good solid lean, bring your hand over. Come on back up. Let's do the other side. Awesome. Let's take those wrists, point them down, and flex them. All right, let's place those hands down by our side and rotate our wrists. Go back the other way. All right, and roll that shoulder backwards. All right, let's go forward. Let's take a deep breath in. Clasp our hands over our head and lean to the side. Lean to the other side. Come on back. Drop one elbow and stretch that arm all the way out. Come straight up. Let's do the other side. Arms straight up. Let's take a deep breath in. Let it out all the way to the ground. Let's bend our knees, bring our hands up, and rise. All right, we can call it a class there. Congratulations on completing day 8, guys. Come on back for tomorrow for day 9. We're gonna go back to working on our lower body. Have a great day. We'll see you guys then.